Three, two, one. Welcome on to our brand new podcast. I'm doing this kind of late, so if I'm quiet, my bad, you guys. Welcome on to episode 22 now. Possibly 23, 22, 23. I want to check. So I don't get confused. But I want to say something. Past two episodes, which are 20 and 21, took forever to get uploaded on YouTube, but one they're up and running on YouTube. So you can go check that out. They literally just got posted last Friday. And then we're on episode 22. So 22 will be COD, COD and a random COD news that came out. So I want to bring up the schedule. I'm going to get started. So, Friday matchups. Surge winning, Optic winning, and then FaZe losing. The FaZe losing was not on my bingo card at all because one, I feel like saying, hey, FaZe lost 3-2. So what's happening with FaZe? We have seen FaZe struggle before in Club Card, and what happened? They somehow win either the major or the minor. So, and the games were 250 to 193, 6532, and 250 to 206. When none of the new map being played, rewind, or none of the new map or the old map being played, rewind, and Leadership won. Not a bad series throughout the entire season, like no joke, 250 to 193, 65, 32, 206, 250. Not a bad series. I really recommend this series. Basically, the only other series to watch. They've been Cougar series. It's not even close. Unless you want to watch the brand new map, I'm ready. Falcons are still struggling. Oh, no, man. Watch the Optic Breach game. Yeah, watch one of the two parametrical, and that one was a bit closer. 250 to 230. You can see the map. We're right 6-4, 3-1. 250 to 207 and the 6-5. Where Kenny somehow lost against Optics. But one, if you see right here, Rocker won with Kenny. I was talking about when we get there. But yeah, so that's one thing. Is I'm also gonna bring up another. But yeah, so I don't think that's Friday match were not that bad. I'll be predicting the match then. For Friday, I'm at 99 wins due to where I was at the end of this. So I'm proud of myself for being at 99 wins. I know I can get. I don't think I can get above 200. Or maybe we get close to 200, but I think the highest I can go like maybe 130ish. Depends. Because we're halfway through the season, and the only other event that we have it's the Esports World Cup, which I'm promoting. I will be talking about the Esports World Cup once we start. Because one, there's a whole bunch of games there that I love. And why not spread the action? And also, once NHL playoffs start, which one is going to start soon, once NBA playoffs start, which I don't know when that's starting, I will be talking about those. Who doesn't? I'm talking about playoffs. Moving on to Saturday. Saturday matches, I need to talk about the Falcon game. Falcons have done the impossible. They have done the impossible. What of course, actually. But they have won, not one, but two hard points. And this is a dominant one. This is the one we don't talk about, but they finally won. They lose to SND, which they're good at. 6-5 dealership, which one, no joke. Recommend this series. Just watch up to map 4 or map 4 and up. You watch the map 5 or map 5 0. Hey, this is the first time in Vegas Falcon history that Falcons win a hard point. Not one, but two. And also get to game 5, because don't forget, their entire series had been 3-0, 3-1, 3-0, 3-1. Let's take a going. They either taken S&D, they either take control. They never taken 2 hard points. They took 2 hard points off Miami, but hey, I'm still doing it. I know that game was going to be an either way game. But yeah, Ravens winning 3-1. What is it, against Grindamage? Saw that happening. Optic being Cloud9 3-0. I also saw that happening. Really, I thought 3-1 might be a little bit easier than the Cloud9 would be like a 3-2, 3-1-ish, but but then when we move on to the final match today was Ultra versus Boston. You see the 3-0, but in reality, this series is not 3-0. Oh, Right? Or nope. Right here. Boston, Toronto. This was not a 3-0. This was technically a 2-0. And I'm gonna bring up an article. So if I switched up an article with one, I was so confused. What happened? Right here. Shout out Inside Gaming Net Controller. There are gonna be reason why Toronto Ultra forfeits CDL series after intense server struggles. If you look at the end of map 2, you look at the end of map 2, but for people wondering, you need to watch the live stream. You need to watch, what is it, the 6-hour whatever it was live stream, and you look into map 2, you see these reactions, but you see worse reactions. And I want to quote the article. Last night in CDL, Toronto Ultra were forced to give up the series against Boston Breach because of server that caused them to rubber band, basically lag across the map. And the team, you clearly see throughout the entire face cam. I'm gonna pause the video, and then right, after a break around 30 minutes, midway through control, Toronto doing the towel during against Boston, giving them a 2-0 scoreline. Basically, the series ended 2-0. The third map when they were playing, and Josie summed it up. I want to call it, but I want to let you read the article. Literally, you look at the can, they've literally people who can actually, remount. You literally hear, you can hear the word "I'm lagging." Literally, I'm lagging. Like you can literally see the anger in the player saying, "This is the second time, technically this is the third time in CDL history that we had a forfeit ish. The first one came, it was never the forfeit, mostly a map ban back in the CDL 2020 during the Modern Warfare year before COVID, back in the the Minnesota Open weekend, where I Grid Away were using a ban perk. One of the grid mates, I don't know who, was using a ban perk, and they forfeited their SD. And another one, if we go back, when this one I'm going to bring up, if we go back to the 2023 season, and I gotta find it, and we go back to the 2023 season, qualifiers, and we look at the second match of the day, Optic versus Minnesota 3-1. This ended 3-1, but if you can see right here, there's no scoreline. There's no scores. And you see right here, ended 1-0 on a hard point. Is a hard point versus 50? Well, you will be correct. But what happened there was a more serious issue. One of the Minnesota Rocker players named Cammy, who surprisingly is on the Boston Breach, who won the game, used the SAE. Remember when we did the SAE during the Modern Warfare 2 season? What's broken? You can respond it. You click on the tablet, you bring up a tablet, and you were literally clicking on it, like click. Like literally clicking on it, it's like, hey, I want to drop it here, I want to drop it here, and it would not work out. Like literally, it would not work out. You'd be stuck there until somebody took you out, which when the rock appeared, got pissed like, hey, I can't do nothing, and then literally you can hear there's a YouTube video up in from who is I think CDL. I think a Breaking Point YouTube video. You can look back into the 2023 season, part 1. Yeah, you go back to that video, you can clearly see what's happening. And yeah, so I'll pick up people and say, hey, it's his fault for using it. I don't know why he was using it. And they're like, say, hey, well, what's going to happen? We're going to replay the control. It's going to be 2-2 control. Often say, hey, we're not going to play the control. So, like, all right, 3-2 control. And then we'll say, hey, we don't play our point either. That's what. That's technically the second time a forfeit happened. Which one? At the end of this argument, we go back to the argument that just happened. There was an issue with on a face pair for Jaza, and then with two of the Ultra members who are Joe the Steve and our good buddy Benjamin Beans, who were saying that hey, shut the app. So hey, might be a rivalry with them which ones I don't think they play at all in the rest of the major. Which one they do, you know how that's gonna be crazy. Oh, in reality, I think they already play against each other. Yeah, they already play against each other, right? So they see each other in the major at all or the rest of the qualifier, and something like that happened. You know, already qualifier 3. So they see each other in major qualifier 4, which is gonna be DreamHack Atlanta. Which one I don't see them. Wow, you just D versus face. Yeah, I don't see that happening at all. Right. So you know there's gonna be some type of rivalry in that area between those two teams. But hey, that's what we can do about it. And then moving on to Sunday matches. Sunday matches, or my game for people to watch that day. Saturday, watch the Miami Falcons game. That's the only match I recommend. Every other match was terrible. I don't recommend watching the Boston watch the game unless you want to see the forfeit or watch the game. But if you do that, watch the live stream. Don't watch the video. The video cuts at the animation too. Once at the end of map 2. Once I come back to say, hey, see you then. Back to the desk. Come there. We can do like a halftime. There's no halftime. They're like, all right, for them. And then finally, Sunday. Sunday was Rockers 32 versus Boston. I got that correct. They will face 31. Got that correct. Face beating Ravens. And one of the most interesting series ever. Like, literally knows what this series was very interesting. Poor Ravens scored 0-0 and they'll control an S&D. And then, of course, the beating Surge, which, wow, the trash talk after the series. And boy, it was not consoled. But yeah, I'm saying at best match, Rocker versus Boston might be only match that I think people will want to watch. You can watch the other series, see how these and the Boston and the other series how they went. But yeah, so reality here are the standings as of right now. My camera's covering it, so I'm gonna move my camera to the right corner. But yeah, Optic is first with a 62 map count. 2 on the season. Thieves are in second with a 30 map count. 1 series. Heretics is right behind him with a 32 map count. 1 series. We got Boston, FaZe, Rocker, Ravens, Surge, Ultra, all 1-1. But with a series of 5-3, 5-4, 5-5, 4-4, 3-3, and 3-5. And then Genamates, Town are both 1-1, 1-3, 0-3. And then your Vegas Falcons, 0-2, 2-6. But hey, at least Falcons trying to get the hard from it. Already, they just gotta find a way to end the series and hopefully get some wins. Alright. Before I do announce it, I'm going to announce something. So Twitter is where I get most of my stuff. Podlex has announced his retirement. I'm now gonna go back and look for it. But Podlex has officially announced retirement. Former Minnesota Rocker player decided to say, hey, I'm retiring. And people were suspicious. Is he retiring to go play Warzone? Because if you look at his Twitch bio, you can see Warzone full time. People were like suspicious, like, what the freak did I? How can that actually happen? But hey, that happened. Podlex is out of the season. And we predict Friday matchups. Friday matchups. Miami, Texas. I think Texas would take out Miami. I think let's go at 3-1, 3-2 maybe. Surge, Grittermates, Surge should get that win. Grittermates go fall 3-1. Also, if everyone wanted to choose Grenamates to New Year's with Johnny and Phil are doing way much better than the two people who've been there. So I'm not surprised if Grenamates make another roster change. Texas, they're doing perfect. Miami doing okay with their roster. Falcons are in there, and then Rocker are doing okay. So basically, the roster change that I think Rocker or Texas won the roster mania. And then final match, Ravens, Rocker. I want to give this to the Ravens. I think Ravens get that one. I think that go 5-32. Saturday, face Miami. I think Faith beats Miami. Vegas versus to optic Predators' old team. I think Texas win that game. I think that goes to game 5. The phase game against Miami go 3-1. Popular 3-0. Boston versus Gritamates. I'm going with the Boston. I don't think Gritamates will get some wins. I think Gritamates may get one, but I'm not against Boston. And then finally, Thieves versus Carolina. I think Thieves get that win. Alright, moving on to Sunday. The Boston game go 3-2-3-1. These Cloud9 go 3-1-3-0. Sunday. You got Rocker versus Cloud9. I'm gonna give it to C9. I think C9 gets to over Rocker. I don't know why, but I have that prediction. I go 3-2. Surge versus Ravens. I'll give Surge the win. Surge go 3-2. Thieves Ultra, I think that goes to game 5, but I think Thieves still found a way to get that win. And those are my Sunday prediction. And those are basically my Sunday prediction. My bad. I'm not a camera. Okay. Moving on. I'm going to talk about Wikipedia. There is stuff happening in Wikipedia. I don't want to get copyrighted. The Snapdragon thing happened, which is basically the almost their masters for Colin, but even though Colin's not one master. So we're talking about Europe. My prediction went perfect. I thought Animus and Exclusive will make it to the final, which happened. And the series going away to game 7 was perfect. I predicted it, and somehow I watched the matches. I didn't miss map 1 by this year thing, so not that series. Latin have not happened yet, but North America did. North America was, man, I was surprised. I thought Undream, maybe next, or Randy Fall was going to do it. Randy Fall made it, but on Mythic, made it always to find from the loser bracket, going 4-3 in a beautiful series, by the way. No joke, what a good series. But really, we take out the scene. On Mythic gets DQ map 4 for breaking the rule. They used a banned item. A banned item came into play, so. Latam have not happened yet. Latam, it is this weekend. It is 12 and 13. So, but I think it's gonna be Gallery. I think Gallery should win. I have no idea who's gonna make it for and the others. And then what else happened? Green Master happened, of course. So for more on Green Masters, for teams who play in the Green region, which are the Philippines, Malaysia, and Singapore, where the top 3 currently fights the Green and Summer Invitational, where Elevate won it, but wow, what a series! Elevate lose here, and then win here. Well, it's technically a 4-0 victory. And then, of course, CDM is happening right now. CDM is surprising me how they are. We're in stage 2 right now. So here we are in stage 2. We have TR, OUG struggling, but Godlike was struggling. I think Godlike falls to Challenger Group, and I have no idea who improved. Maybe Diablo, maybe All Gamer. I have no idea. That challenge group is terrible. Wait, Seed Deciders and Stage 3 before the playoff, which is bound to, I think the bottom two teams will be Mighty Tiger Game, MTG, and South or King. One of the, like it's gonna be one of the original challenger group. I have no idea. I think this master group people are fine. But yeah, so that's basically all. So GSI is happening, or schedule happen soon. I don't know when they start. April 11th, they'll start tomorrow. And then, yeah, that's basically what all I have for you. It's a short 20-minute-ish podcast, all like that. I'm doing it very late, plus I just got home from school like literally a couple minutes ago. So I'm a bit tired, that's why I'm a bit out of energy for today, so my bad. But I gotta do it before Friday, so yeah. I'll get that, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you now for episode 23. Whenever I do it, also, but yeah, so get ready for live himself, and then Gary Marcia news. Also, for people wondering, Valorant Mobile and R6 Mobile, I will be playing those. We'll talk about, and once those esports start up and running for Valorant Mobile and R6 Mobile, whenever that happens, I will be trying my best to compete in either one of them or both. I'm talking about those. And the same thing, for yeah, the regular NBA playoffs or NHL playoffs start, I will be talking about those. I think halfway through the MLB season, once we get to what is the All Star break, I will be putting the tier list for MLB teams. I am a bit biased for my team, but I'm not telling you which team it is. And then yeah, cool. There's nothing behind me telling me what team I favor. Bam. I'll see you when I see you. And thanks for watching. And this has been episode 22. So long, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Peace.